Alright, hi guys. So it has been a good year since I have been on here. We have had a lot happen in the last year. So about a year ago, things were going really good in our homeschool, and my channel on Instagram was starting to take off, and my YouTube was actually doing pretty well too. So I had a miscarriage. I think technically it would be more like a chemical pregnancy because I wasn't very far along, but it destroyed my health, and I have spent months trying to get back into just life because it literally destroyed me emotionally and physically. A few months after that, we got a call for a foster placement. We have been licensed foster parents for a couple of years now, and we have been hoping to get a placement for adoption, and we got a call for 2 kids. And so they have been with us for the last 7 months, and we are really enjoying having them here. I'm actually have been able to homeschool the oldest one. The youngest one is going to school, a public school, and so that has kind of thrown in some added challenges to our homeschool, having public school kids and then homeschool kids. So along with that, this year we put my 9th grader, he's 14, we put him in public school, high school this year. He is autistic, and he just needs some help that I am not able to help him with at home. And we have managed the last 7 years or so homeschooling him, but the last year it just became apparent that he needed more help that I wasn't able to give, and it was taking more effort from me, which was making it so I couldn't spend the time that I needed to on my other children. So he is in public high school. It's not my favorite thing. I don't love it, but it is what it is. So currently for the 2023-2024 school year, I am homeschooling a 1st grader, a 4th grader, a 7th grader, and my 10th grader. And those are the ages I am homeschooling. I have a 1st grader and a 9th grader in public school this year. That brings us to the next change. My oldest son graduated our homeschool. He graduated, and he is off on a mission for our church, and he is just doing amazing. So my oldest graduated. He took the SAT, and he did a lot better on it than I thought he would. He actually he got like a 94, 97% on it, so he did really well. In our state, we don't do the ACT, we do the SAT, but as far as I understand, they're fairly equivalent tests, and he did really well. So I lost one of my kids out of our homeschool. He graduated, he's off, he's been taking college classes for the last year or 2. So I'm down to just my 4 bio kids at home, and then I have 2 foster children now. So we have been extremely busy. Extremely busy. We have tons of appointments each week, probably 11 plus appointments every week between all the kids and their needs that they had this year. And I just haven't been able to get on to my YouTube channel and actually film a video for you guys. So I'm hoping that this one, I'll be able to get it out there so you guys can get this update. If you've been following me on Instagram, then one thing you would notice is that we have been bouncing around a lot for history with my kiddos. So I'm going to do a little bit of a longer explanation on that because I feel like I need to explain why we're doing things the way we're doing. This year I am partnering with Sunlight Books, and my 1st grader and my 4th grader are doing their Intro to World History B. We are loving it. The kids are loving it. It has been so good for them. We are loving, there has not been one book that we have read that we have not enjoyed. We are doing their literature and their history, and we're loving it. When I partnered with Sunlight, I did not know that I was going to be homeschooling a 7th grader. It isn't enough for her, but for my 1st and 4th grader, it has been amazing, and I feel like that is definitely all that they need. For my 7th grader, she needs more, and I could have moved to a different Sunlight level, but her reading level just isn't higher than a 3rd or 4th graders. And so we have had to add a few different things to make a full program for her. So we are using Story of the World, and then starting in January, I am also going to be adding in some parts of The Precious People from the Peaceful Press, because they have some lower level books that she can read that are different than the ones my 4th grader is reading. So if you see that I'm talking about Story of the World, I'm talking about The Precious People and Sunlight, then that is why, is because I needed to add more for her specifically, but it couldn't be too much because she's not able to handle that. And so just listening to Story of the World and coloring a picture while they listen and a short narration, and then we're going to be adding in some of the activities and harder books from The Precious People. So that's kind of how it's all working this year, because I just needed to do something for her. Like I said, we love Sunlight. I don't think you need to add any more to it, but since I am doing 3 grades, and the history that we're doing is really meant for a 1st grader, and I was stretching it for my 4th grader, it's just not going to stretch for a 7th grader. So that is why I had to add a couple other things. So I felt like I wanted to just address that in case you're wondering, why is she doing so much? Well, I'm not doing all of everything with The Precious People, and I'm not doing all of everything with the Story of the World, and so I'm kind of just piecing it here and there for her, and we're making it work. So that is a lot of updates. We have just been busy, and I know I'm probably going to get asked this. I don't know if we're going to be able to adopt the kids that we have. With foster care, you just never know. The goal is always reunification, and we are very supportive of that. And so we just don't really know where it's going to lead, but we do know that for now, we have them, and we're homeschooling at least one of them. So it's just been a very hard and challenging year. If I'm being perfectly honest, this year has probably broken me in more ways than I possibly thought that it could. From losing my oldest son from just graduating and him leaving the home, and he'll never really be home the same way that he is again, that he was before. And then adding 2 extra kids, and then we've had to make some permanent birth control situations and decisions. And I just feel like this year has broken me in more ways than you can quantify in just a video. So I haven't been as regular on YouTube. I would like to be on here more, and that is my goal. I might not have all the professional videos that I was hoping to get. It might be more videos like this where like I'm sitting in the car or something, but I feel like I can get a deeper connection and explain more of the situation here on YouTube than I'm able to when I'm on Instagram. But I think it's going well. We're blending well. Our family is blending really well with our bonus children, and they are healing pretty well too. We've overcome some amazing challenges with them, and we've seen such growth with our bonus kids. And then our bio kids, they've been working on a lot of challenges too, and we've overcome a lot there. And so I feel like even though it's been a challenging year and it's broken me in so many ways, I also feel like I've been built up in a lot of ways too. Like when I look back, I can see Heavenly Father's hand in our life, and I can see where he's been there, where maybe some people wouldn't have seen him, but I could see him there, and I'm just so thankful for that. But I just wanted to get on here and just leave a quick little video and explain kind of the things that are going on here. Also, when we're done with The Precious People, doing another review of that, I had a review all lined up for The Playful Pioneers, which we finished last year, that we just loved. I really do enjoy The Peaceful Press, but it got deleted, and I have to remake it, and I probably won't, so you probably won't ever see it. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well, and we will hopefully see you soon. If you don't catch me here, definitely go see my Instagram, because I am very active over there. It's just a lot easier. I will see you on the flip side.